Are you deeply afraid and have nightmares every single night about being the worst producer in the entire world? Well, congratulations, you came to the right place. There's a ton of terrible producers, great producers, good producers. All the producers in the world are gathered right here, right now, and they're gonna learn how to make better beats. This first submission comes from James Money, aka James Mooney Money Man. James says, "Hey Riley, I'm brand new to making beats, and this is probably one of the best ones I've ever made. You know it could be better. That's what you said. You said that you know it could be better. Now let's give his beat a thorough listen." That was not a thorough listen. James Moneyman Mooney, we got some issues to talk about. First things first, this is like the most video game sounding sound I've ever heard, but like not like a retro video game kind of sound. Like we're in some like old Final Fantasy thing. Sounds cool. You got the patterns here. Let's see if I can do you some justice. Yeah, okay, so I see, like, I don't know, this isn't really an issue, but I don't think this is a good way to go about doing your bass. Having it, like, offset like this is kind of awkward. It's not that big of a deal, and also, you just want to extend it for a full bar. Okay, that's an improvement. Okay, so you got the doo-doo water kick. Actually, no, this kick's not bad. This is an 808. It says 808. Why did you turn it into a kick? What are you doing to this? What are you genuinely... I'm pretty sure I made this 808. Why did you do that? Too many questions. Let's just give you an actual, you know, a kick. Something that would actually kick. Like a small child kicking you in the face. I'm gonna give you a kick from the Havoc drum kit because kicks go crazy. I'm not loving that you didn't really put it into any pattern, but not... Oh, wait, what? Why are you doing it like this? Don't do that. Don't do that. Go to unsorted instead. Yeah, that's a little bit better. We can turn up the volume still. Okay, yeah, your mix would hit way better if you just put soft clipper on instead of limiter or in front of limiter. You got these melodies that are just really loud. Like way too loud, and they're overtaking the kick, and you don't really want that in your mix. So you've got a pad here. Little snazzy pad. You can go down to this knob down here and you can do some stereo separation. This is gonna make your pad be a little bit more out here and less in here, if that makes any sense. This is gonna make your pad also sound a little bit more louder, and it's gonna make more room for your drums. Good thing to do. Don't do it on all your instruments though. It's still kind of doo-doo. See, you could have way more kick bound. Why did you do that? For anyone who missed this, James Moneyman Mooney took all of his kicks, right? And layered them on top of each other. It just seems a little nonsensical. No real purpose to doing it. It's like a weird way of just trying to make it louder without directly making it louder. You could put like little like quieter kicks in places if you wanted to add a little bit of bounce. You could just bring this down. This probably sounds terrible, but like you would do something like this, I guess. Okay. I think you should have used a different hi-hat here. I also definitely think the bass could go up a little bit in volume. Don't do this. Don't do this. You have a bass. Don't take out every single frequency it has. You had it like here. You're losing a lot of good frequencies. And it's gonna help your bass cut through the mix way more. You don't have to do this, but it's also just good practice. Put your bass in mono. Why does it just sound like the bass is wrong? Like you're playing the wrong notes. It should be something like this, no? Because these are the lowest notes of what's going on. You are playing the wrong notes technically. Like this should be down here. I mean, it works, or down here, I mean. It can work, but it feels weird. Yeah, that works a little bit better. All right, nothing's happening to the kick anymore. What is this clap? The clap is okay, honestly. I would maybe want like a little bit harsher clap, kind of a little sharper here. You could honestly layer these two claps now that I think about it. So we go into your clap pattern, and I would just put it on one of the beats, probably like this one. And then we'll pitch this one down, just to give it a little bit more depth to it. Yeah, I like that. While we're here, I think it would be a good idea to sidechain the kick to the bass, because it would give the kick a lot more impact. I will commend you though. These are some good chords. I like what you're doing with them. Wait, why is everything in the same pattern? Like, you have the pad going in here too. Everything, all of your melodies are going in here. Let's put these in their own pattern. And then we're gonna make a melody bus, because this will probably make your melody a lot better. We're gonna put everything into the melody bus, all of the melodies. And there's these great free plugins that I really recommend everyone should get. The first one is OTT. Turn the depth down to wherever it sounds good. Most of the time, that's all you need to do. And then because I want to bring out the highs a little bit more, I'm going to go to Fresh Air. It's also free. And just to bring out the highs, you can use Fresh Air. It is also free. You can just turn up the knobs, whatever, you know, just mess around with stuff to wherever it sounds good. It would also be really nice to see you just expand on the melodies, but mainly what you've had here is coming down to some mixing issues. Now this next submission is from Creep Titan. Creep Titan is in a weird situation because the man, the myth, the legend, he's unable to do zipped loop packages, which if you didn't know, let me show you how to do this real quick. Go into File, go to Export, and then all the way down there it says zipped loop package. That's all you need to press. Bam. Sometimes you might need to render out your melodies. I'm assuming you know how to do that. But all of that aside, Creep Titan does not have that capability because Creep Titan is still on Trial FL. And because of this, Creep Titan made the zip package completely from scratch manually. So y'all don't have no excuses when it comes to submitting. Creep Titan also only uses free and stock things, pianos, blah, blah, blah. Creep Titan says they don't know how to do anything. They're new to producing. One way or the other, I know this project file works. And now let's give it a listen. Ooh. Woo! Creep Titan, bro. You cooked up, bro. You got some work to do, but damn. Okay, so let's dive into this. I love what you're doing here. This is kind of saucy. I don't know what key you're in, but it looks like you're in A sharp minor. This is pretty cool. I would have liked maybe like a slightly faster BPM, nothing crazy, but also this piano sound is kind of iffy. I know you're working with stock. Are you doing anything to it? No, you're not doing anything to it. I like the way you function. You are doing something good. But the main thing I have, like my beef with the piano, is it just doesn't feel like it's got much depth to it. And usually like what I like to do to add some depth is just layer all of these bass notes down an octave. Because you kind of got this bounce going, I really love this bounce. You can take this little bass note you got, just copy that over. Nice bounce, very nice bounce. This was a really nice idea to throw that in there. It's just really tense. The little mode switch, bro, you're saucy with it. I like this. The piano mix is not the greatest though. It needs to be louder. Also, it would be a good idea to do some stereo separation on this. We talked about this earlier. Some reverb would probably take this to the next level. You only got stock, so we're only gonna use stock. Put the stereo separation on the reverb up, and then you can just turn the mix knob down. What do we got here? What's this? It's really quiet, that's what it is. Oh, So you just kind of layered the bass notes in here. Oh, you took the bass notes out of there, then you layered them in here. You know what? That's fine. Makes sense. This sound I don't seemingly have. Oh, I have it muted. I do have this sound. Weird decision to do this. I would cut some of those highs out because they're a little painful. And just to be safe, I'd cut some lows out. And if you want to make this sound more interesting, I would recommend, not guitar rig, damn it. If you want to make this sound more interesting, I would recommend you put gross beat on here. You could just put like a half beat gate or like a quarter beat gate. I'd probably go half beat gate. And I would just turn the volume knob on that down. Adds a little bit more bounce to what you've got. Or you could turn it all the way up. And then this would definitely benefit from like, I don't know, chorus or something. Just something to make it sound better. Now, you have it pretty low. Sounds a really bad high, but maybe we turn it up, like we bring it up an octave and we just kind of turn it down a lot. That becomes a lot more of a texture. Now let's hear the drums. But you got a riser in here and everything. Good transition. I like what you did. Oh, you got the wither sounds here. That's a good hi-hat. Your drum sounds are solid. Your clap is pretty good. No beef with that. What's the snare sound? I mean, it's all right. Not a huge fan, but it's fine. You got the spins. What is this? An open hat. Off the rip, it just kind of feels like your open hat's a little quiet, or a little loud, I should say. What are you doing with your 808s? You've lost the plot. You've completely lost the plot. All right, so I'm just copying this over. Look, let's bring this up. So if we look here, these are your bass notes. These are also your bass notes. These are not your bass notes. Well, actually, neither of these are your bass notes. Same with this. None of this is your bass notes. This is just nonsense. It's gibberish and it sounds dissonant. So if we just bring these two down, bass notes, bam. Can bring this down as well. Like this is, you've done this weird. Actually, you'd probably want to bring this up. And this could go down an octave, but you don't have to do it like that. Sounds way better, less dissonant, and then you have all your 808s are actually in key. You got the soft clipper on the master. Man, we're getting along today. You could actually kind of crank your 808 a little bit more if you want to. Wonky rolls here. It sounds like a bird is trying to talk to me. I like the idea. I don't love the execution. Like you could definitely go lower with this whole thing, actually, like an octave lower, and then you could just have a note up here. And maybe you'd want to just bring down the velocity a bit more. I don't know, I'm just spitballing ideas here. That feels kind of off. You have the same thing going on over here. I think here would have been a good place to do a little roll. This roll feels kind of misplaced, and this roll feels nonsensical. And then I think you could build into this little last roll you have at the end here. Do like a little something like this. Way better. There's a lot more bounce to it. A lot more bounce. Now you've got your hi-hat at like a weirdly loud volume, but it's not cutting through the mix a ton. And then you could actually just mix it up. Like you're just kind of doing the same drums over and over again. Take this out, take out the accent snare. You have all of this. This is fine. You can leave this in here and you can do like a little snazzy little beat cut right on that second beat of this little next section, I guess. Honestly, that's kind of gas, bro. You kind of did damage. You got some pizzazz on the piano right there. you want to submit your videos for beats like this, make sure you read the pinned comment down below, because seriously, I'm tired of telling y'all how to submit your beats. All the information you need right down there. Go check it out, and don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe while you're down there. Peace.